Sandra Bernhard, welcome to Nightline.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm awesome.
It was crazy watching you in Severance.
Yeah, well, it was crazy doing it in the best way possible. It's funny because we filmed it a year ago, and you know, when you're sort of in it, you don't really think about the outcome. So when people started stopping me and reaching out to me and saying, "Oh my God, you're in Severance," you know, like electrified, I was like, wow, I'm just so thrilled to be a part of it.
I feel like we see that, you know, classic Sandra Bernhard feistiness in the show, right? Open the door.
Step off.
Do it.
No!
Now.
No!
Do it.
No!
Go.
No!
Go.
No!
Ah!
Right. Well, they wanted that moment. I mean, that wasn't there. But Ben Stiller directed the finale, and we were like, just, why don't you try this? And, you know, because he loved me in King of Comedy. So it's sort of my King of Comedy moment in Severance.
Was that improv?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think something that, you know, easy and breezy to me doesn't take a lot because it's sort of second nature for what I do.
You mentioned King of Comedy. You know, fans know you from that movie.
Hold on a minute. I'm the schmuck.
As well as Pose, Roseanne.
All right. Her name is Marla. I'm seeing a woman.
Now you're back on tour in the Shapes and Forms comedy tour. What's it like and what's been exciting for you about starting this tour?
Well, you know, I put it together at Joe's Pub. I do, you know, a residency every year between Christmas and New Year's. I curate music that I love, and I have my band with me, the Sandyland Squad Band. So it's a chance to do something that's reflective of not only my own personal journey, but what's kind of going on culturally, politically, and taking people on a journey. And sort of like a little bit of an escape hatch if things are getting crazy, which they are right now. So how do we get around it, and how do we have a moment of relief? You come to your performers and they make it funny or they make it ironic and hopefully give you a little bit of relief.
Sandra, you were also recently in Netflix's Survival of the Thickest. You joined a cast of some really hilarious women, including Michelle Buteau. What was it like working with her?
We worked together on a little film called Babes. You know what? You have a shot because you are good looking for a dentist.
I think this was a compliment, right?
And I have found in my experience, good-looking dentists are serial killers. But not you. We shot that a couple of years ago, and it came out last year, and I was just like, who is this woman? Why don't I know her more? And then I got to know her. And then she called me and asked me to do this part on her show, which is so funny and so brilliant and so heartfelt. I just love her. She's one of the funniest people I know.
I mean, between projects like Survival of the Thickest, RuPaul's Drag Race.
Straight from Sandyland, it's Sandra Bernhard.
Well, not exactly straight, Rude.
Does it feel like you're everywhere right now? And is this a conscious resurgence, or is this just sort of the universe catching up to Sandra?
Yeah, I think the latter. I mean, I always want to work, and I always want people to know what I'm capable of. So I hope that I've caught the zeitgeist and I'm really going to keep working because this is an important time for me as an actress, as a performer. I'm hitting my stride. Not for the first time, but definitely I'm doing it again. So I want to work and do really great projects.
Sandra, I understand you're actually not the only artist in your family. You've posted work of your daughter's art on your Instagram.
Yes, she is a painter. She does displays in department stores. It skipped a generation because my mother was an abstract artist. And I can't paint or draw or do anything like that. But now my daughter, she's just a whole other groovy kind of person.
Well, she knows you as mom. Is there any moment in her eyes or that stands out to you where she describes you as being cringe?
Well, no, I think we're past that.
We're past it now?
Yeah, well, I think the Severance appearance has sort of sealed my coolness factor with her.
When it comes to taking a look at sort of the longevity of your career, did you ever feel like you had to dim your light or sort of bite your tongue or not be as outspoken as you are?
No, not really. I've always just kind of gone for it. You know, my live shows have certainly always been a reflection of critique of culture, critique of politics. And guess what? I'll have an abortion even though I can't get pregnant anymore, and I don't need one. So now I just find different ways to, like, you know, be who I am and say what I feel, and I think that's all you can do, really.
Why is comedy more important now than ever?
Because I think comedy is sort of like the only real escape valve that we have. And no matter how hardcore it gets, if you can laugh about it, if you can sort of turn it on its ear, it's so much more palatable for everybody. And like I said, it's a way of getting away from the pressure and the fear of what's happening.
You still having fun?
Oh, absolutely. Always. And I intend on having fun forever.
Sandra Bernhard, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
stopping by
You're
Nightline.
very cool and smart, and you did your homework.
You're gonna make me red in the face now.
Well, you're
Thanks so
cute.
much.
You're cute enough already. So. Thank you.
And you can get your tickets for Sandra's Shapes and Forms comedy tour at sandrabernhard.com.